Hey everyone, it's Fitz with your first basketball walk and talk. We're going to do these through some of the big games, some of the conference games, some of the games I cover. But I thought this was a notable game here at the Sprint Center, T-Mobile Center, as Kansas State took on 13th ranked Arkansas tonight in the first round of the Hall of Fame Classic and lost 72-64 in a game that really wasn't that close. In fact, K-State was never really competing in this game until maybe the final minutes of it. They kept clawing away, trying to get it to 10, and then all of a sudden, with just under a minute to go, it was 66-60, and then Arkansas made a few plays and got it locked back down. This team is so offensively deficient, it is painful to watch. They hit 3 of 22 three-pointers. Now that stat is good for both teams. Both teams did that. So the problem was Arkansas had a much better inside game than Kansas State. And I think K-State missed like the first 15 or 16 three-pointers. It was horrendous to watch. But there were some bright spots as Kansas State loses this game. Selton Miguel, who doesn't kind of have a crush on how hard Selton Miguel plays? That kid ended up with sharing Team I honors with, 14 points, along with fellow sophomore Nigel Pack. Good pairing. Those two guys are very productive. Now, the bigger issue here was the newcomers, the transfer portal guys just were not very productive. They weren't very good in this setting. Arkansas is good, but the Razorbacks let K-State back in this game, and if K-State had been a little more fluid on offense, the Wildcats would have probably won. But they couldn't really get anything going, and you know, that's the way this team's going to be, I'm afraid. There's just going to be some nights when the offense is so horrendous, it's hard to watch. Well, the really bad news for K-State is Cincinnati absolutely stunned Illinois in the first round, so now the Wildcats will get Brad Underwood in Illinois tomorrow at 6 p.m. right here in the T-Mobile Center in Kansas City. It'll be a very interesting matchup between Bruce Weber coaching against his former program they had at Illinois, and of course Brad Underwood coaching against his alma mater. So some good storylines there. I don't know if it'll work out well for Kansas State in terms of what will happen on the court, because Illinois is pretty good. They were not good at all on Monday night as Cincinnati really took it to the Illini. Not much to break down in this game. There really isn't. I mean, Arkansas is just a better team than Kansas State. The offense looks about the same as it did last year. I hate to say that, but that's the way it looked, at least in this game. Let's see what they do against Illinois. See if they look a little more fluid, a little more potent on offense. I don't know, but I know this. If this team's going to go through games and score 64 points and really surge at the end to get to 64, it's going to be a really painful season. They'll win more games. They'll be better. I just don't know how much better.